6-0. Quickly going through the lineups, we do have a few changes. We'll try and get those as we go through. But the names we have here are Bailey Lowe, Jimmy Donnelly, Sione Newfie, Patrick Nico, Trent Barton, Shaw, Zach Knight, Raphael Tuapai, Lachlan Whitehouse, Alfred Ulesi, Byron Ayal Laputea, Aidan Len, Riley Smith, Mason Teague, Laurie Ken, John Sagaga, Benjamin English, and Kobe Lapua. That is the lineup for the Penrith Panthers. And again, it's Sagaga who had a great opening hit up. He broke the line and made about 50 metres. The Panthers, who unfortunately went down 2 weeks ago to the Illawarra South Coast Dragons. They are a very young side. They still look excited as Barton Shaw, he links up there. Looks like Byron Ayolapatea. Looked like there was a bit of a head clash there. And through to the number 1. Was that Bailey Lowe? Good offload. It's with Aidan Len. And a penalty there. A high tackle. So an early 6-point lead. And they look very confident early on. So we'll see Riley Smith. He looks like he's playing dummy half. He steps around one bull. Looks to get the offload away. We'll bring you the Riverina Bulls lineup shortly. So it comes away to the 8 in Raphael Tauapai. And he's short of the line. So Smith out the back. Here's Barton Shaw. He goes short. And it's Byron Ayolapatea. Brought down short again. Barton Shaw. Short pass away. 15 in the headgear is Riley Smith. And again, he's short of the line. Fourth tackle. Dummy to the left. Ayolapatea again. Many involvements in this set. Last tackle out to the right-hand side. Went backwards. No, a knock-on from the Penrith Panthers there with Jimmy Donnelly. So for the Riverina Bulls, we have Daniel Trembath, Billy Sainsbury, Liam Moon, Luke Salafia, Billy Reardon, Connor Taipua, Thomas McKillaton, Ben Cronin, Caleb Cameron Panny, Blake Coombs, Luke Stoonkull, Jake McGregor, Ethan Newham, Patrick Dwyer, Joel Tracy, and Corey Longhurst. And in 19 is Braith Crane. We'll try and get the positional line up here, but it is the number 10 in Ben Cronin. You'll see him with the bandage around the head, the long hair. Out the back, and here in the grey headgear is Luke Stoonkull. Good early defence here from Penrith. As they look to get away a kick, the Bulls, and it is the fullback in Bailey Lowe. He was the skipper in their round 2 clash against the Dragons. Looks to step away. Slices through the defence, but he's brought down 25 out from his own line. Here's Patrick Nico. Very awkward running character, almost like a Jason Nightingale, stepping around. He's brought down 30 out. As the Panthers work it away with their outside backs, Jimmy Donnelly in amongst it. Now for Aidan Len. Smith out the back, and now this is the 11 in Alfred Ulesi. Smith out of dummy half. Nice grubber kick along the ground. Trenbath, he's there at the back. Got away from Smith. Got away from Zach Knight. So Knight and Barton Shaw. Good combination there. As now the Bulls work it away from their own end. The man playing the ball there was Corey Longhurst, and then Stunkel. Ben Cronin short of halfway. The 15 now is Ethan Newham, who breaks through, gives it away to the number 5. Unfortunately, we don't have him on the team sheet. Sorry, no, it was the number 12 there for the Bulls. They come out to the left-hand side, cut out. Stunkel. Now outside, good offload. Running back in, this looks like Billy Sainsbury, close to the line. And it looks like an obstruction call there by the referee. So the Panthers will get the ball. And they'll look to find touch through Barton Shaw. So our coverage of the Riverina Bulls-Panthers game here, the under-16s, the referees Hayden Doughty, the touch judges Michael Booth and Jack McKay. It's just warmed up an extra bit here. We've just short of 2:30. Some cloud cover starting to come across. Not too much. Here's John Sagaga. Very good in their match against the Illawarra South Coast Dragons. As here's Zach Knight with a bit of a grubber kick. Chasing through is the number 5 in Patrick Nico. We know he's got some speed. But almost a Shepherd-like effort there by the winger of the Bulls to let the ball go over the touchline, 6 points to 0.
We can bring them down. He's got those.
So the Bulls with the scrum feed. And they'll look to use it through Luke Salafia in jersey number 4. Now through the hands, this looks to be Connor Taupa. It's going to be a penalty. The Panthers offside. Seemed pretty good discipline in the opening 10 minutes of this one. Not too many penalties. And the 15 in Ethan Newham looks to be playing at 5'8", partnered by Billy Reardon for the Riverina Bulls. It looks like Blake Coombs in jersey 12. And through the hands, and unfortunately couldn't hold on to it there, Connor Teapua. This is the ball now with Riley Smith. And he's still going. Eventually brought down 42 short of the line of the Bulls. Went one way. Did Bailey Lowe. And now it's a drop football. The referee says play on. And here goes Billy Reardon, chased by Zach Knight. And a player that was just coming onto the field in Lachlan Whitehouse. But Billy Reardon seemed to be a lost football there from the Panthers. And the Riverina Bulls have hit straight back.
Try for Riverina scored by number 7, Billy Reardon. Kick to come. Scores at 6-4 now in Penrith's favour.
So we saw the early start. John Sagaga breaking straight through. The try eventually scored by Sione Newfie. Billy Reardon capitalising on an error there by the Penrith Panthers. And the Bulls are now trailing by 2. But a conversion attempt by the number 2 in Billy Sainsbury. He converts from, well, practically in front. And we have a 6-all scoreline here.
Conversion by number 2, Billy Sainsbury, successful.
Tough day out here for both these teams. Long drive out for the Penrith Panthers. Travelling 3.5, 4 hours. Can imagine there'd be no talk of this game on the trip up. Maybe an hour out, but wanting to get ready for this game, calm their minds. Get into the zone, as some say, as the number 10, Ben Croner, goes up for another hit up. Brought down by the man that's coming on the field, Lachlan Whitehouse, very early on, we're 13 minutes into this one. 30-minute halves here in the Andrew Johns Cup. It'll be a bit different for the Laurie Daley Cup later on. 35-minute halves there. But we are with the under-16s at the moment, and it's a 6-all scoreline. So here is the 15 in Ethan Newham. He's brought down by his opposite in Zach Knight. Opposite in position anyway. And he's Blake Coombs. But again, good defensive effort. Alfred Ulesi in there. Might be looking for a kick, and they do through Newham. Ends up short. Good pick up there by the number 2 in Jimmy Donnelly. Shows some pace. Breaks a tackle or 2. As we see Aiden Len come for the field. The number 16, Mason Teague, coming on. Here's Smith, goes away, and there is Taupai. The Penrith forwards looking very dominant early on. Alfred Ulesi takes 3, 4 men with him, gets the offload away to the man, Mason Teague. So across they come. And there is the number 8, Taupai. Offloads, Knight, Barton Shaw. Whitehouse is fresh on the field. Some tongue twisters in this Penrith lineup. Here's the kick from Bailey Lowe, the captain. I don't know whether there was an accidental offside. I'll have a look and see what the referee calls here. And they do. They call a scrum feed for the Panthers. So an accidental offside called there. No penalty. Be interesting to see what they can do from the scrum. Barton Shaw, he's the man feeding the scrum. Out to the left they come. Ulesi. Strong. Tries to beat the tackle of Trenbarth. He's held up there. Luke Salafia with good support. Out of dummy half. Riley Smith. And he's held up defensively. Good goal line defence there by the Bulls. Halfway through the first half of this contest between the Riverina Bulls and the Penrith Panthers. And Mason Teague, dummy half. Left-hand side, Zach Knight. Looks for the cutout ball. Dummies goes himself. And he's just short of the line. Blade of grass in it. Here goes Riley Smith. Big, strong. He's been pushed back. What do the Panthers need to do? Here's the 21 in John Sagaga, who made that line break on the first run of the contest. Smith, I thought he might have knocked on there. But it seems to be a try. We'll just wait for confirmation. Because Riley Smith, he struggled to get that ball out. but a short ball and peppering the line, and the Panthers get over. Just trying to get confirmation on who got the 4 points there for Penrith. As Zach Knight lines up for the kick. Directly in front. Left foot boot. He should throw this one over from 10 metres out. Flags go up. And Taupai with the try. Confirmation. Zach Knight converts. We have a 12 points to 6 scoreline. And he's straight through the number 8. He gives it away to the faster man in Nico. And Nico has speed to burn. Good defence. Scrambling away there. And it was the try scorer, Taupai, who tore through the defence. Now it's with Newfie. So that's the second time off the kickoff they've done it. Here is Taupai again. Breaks through. Gets the offload away to Ulysses. And there's a man down in back play here. I think it might be for the Bulls. Bailey Lowe. He's gotten over. It's a try to Bailey Lowe, but we have a player down in back play for the Bulls. It's a number 15 there, replacement 5'8" and Ethan Newham. But we do have a try scored by the Panthers in Bailey Lowe. And it was all due to lead-up work there from Raphael Taupai. The referee blows time off, but Taupai through the middle of the field. John Sagaga did it earlier on in this first half. Second time we've seen that from the Panthers. And then good support play by Ulysses. A second run by Taupai led to the try for Bailey Lowe, the skipper. It will be Zach Knight to take the conversion. Good to see Ethan Newham get back to his feet, but it looks like a makeshift sling and a possible arm injury there. That might look like the end of his day. But with 11 to go in the first half, Zach Knight makes it a 12-point scoreline, 18 points to 6. Panthers over the Bulls.
Penrith fullback Daley Lowe scored that one, and conversion successful from Zach Knight. That's his third for the day, and Penrith jump out to an 18-6 lead. With roughly 9.5 minutes remaining.
We resume here, and here he goes again. This time Ulysses. Coverage here of the Andrew Johns Cup Under-16s between the Riverina Bulls and the Penrith Panthers. Live from Harden. Roberts Park is the venue. You can watch live on Facebook, streaming through Bart TV Sports. We'd like to thank those guys for allowing us to call the action here as a dummy and a run. And it is the man, John Sagaga, who dummies, but he doesn't control the football. Great defence there from Daniel Trenbath, it was, at fullback. He was breaking away with Sagaga. But unfortunately, ball control... Well, the Bulls are the beneficiary of that. And the Bulls will get a chance to work it away from their own line. Calling it solo here for the 16s and 18s for the Panthers and the Bulls. But we've had great action all day, and it looks like it's going to continue in our main event, the Under-18s Laurie Daley Cup. But right now we're with the 16s and 8 minutes to go in the first half. It's been an entertaining contest so far. The Panthers seem to have got the better of the side here, the Riverina Bulls. And there's the 13, offloading straight to the hands of Zach Knight. And look at the speed of Zach Knight. He might get there, no. Good cover defence there. I think it was the 12 there, Blake Coombs. Quick play the ball, that's what they wanted. Goes away to Ken. He'll end up short of the line, but the Panthers, another opportunity. Smith, Ulysses, might try and muscle his way over here, adjacent to the uprights. And he's held up by the referee. Well, they were shot out to the left-hand side. They had Knight. They had Newfie, Patrick Nico as well. Time blown back on, and they come that way with Barton Shaw, Knight, Newfie. Attempted to be tackled. But Sione Newfie has his second try of the afternoon. And again, that combination I spoke about earlier. Trent Barton-Shaw, Zach Knight, the halves pairing up on that left-hand side. And Sione Newfie was the beneficiary on that occasion as the Panthers jump out to a 22-6 lead with 7 minutes to go in this first half.
Number 4 for Penrith, Jamie Newton scored that try. Kick to come.
And Zach Knight, unfortunately, unable to convert. Will be 22 points to 6. 6 to go in the first half. I saw this Panthers team 2 weeks ago against the Illawarra South Coast Dragons. And they looked good in defeat. They really did. They kept their heads up. They just snuck a win against the GSR West Tigers. 19 points to 18 last week. But they look like they have worked on their attack, definitely their defence. Their forwards are cutting up the ball very well, and they have a 16-point lead to show. And another big run there. Looks like the number 13 here for the Panthers in Aiden Len, who's back on the field. Here goes Nico. He's been in amongst it out here on this left edge, taking the pressure off the forwards. Smith. And now Donnelly doing the same. And they're looking tight here. The Bulls in the final 5 minutes. It comes away Barton Shaw on the inside. And that looks to be Kobe Lapua. As he brought down 41 metres out from the line. Another great run there by Aiden Len. The fifth and last now here for the Panthers. What can they do here? Smith. Went without Teague, now low. Barton Shaw. Hit tried to be put on there by the Bulls. And they're going to call a double knock on, but the first one was off the Bulls, so it's going to be a scrum. Penrith feed. I think it might have been the 12 there. Blake Coombs coming out trying to put a hit on the 7 in Zach Knight, rather. Trent Barton Shaw. Good combination. I'll be looking for the winger Billy Donnelly and Bailey Lowe. Having some troubles with the scrum here. Some people I've spoken to think that rugby league should abolish the scrum, but anyway, back here we are with Whitehouse. Surely the Panthers can't score one more try before half-time. Here's Smith. Broke the tackle there of Reardon. Brought down rather by 3. He'll play it. Right-hand side they come. And now Kobe Lapua rather, 22, on the back of his jersey, Barton Shaw. Now for Whitehouse, middle of the field. Going to be tough to stop from there. He's brought down short, adjacent to the uprights. They go short. Surely 14 was offside. Riley Smith unable to pass. It was Jake McGregor with the great line speed. Low. Barton Shaw. Knight. Left-hand side again. And it's just way too simple for the Panthers. Zach Knight, he goes over for their 5th try. We spoke about it all first half. The combination between Trent Barton Shaw and Zach Knight has been absolutely tremendous. Good go forward by their forwards. Whitehouse when he came on, Ulesi, Sagaga, even Aiden Land. Riley Smith has been really good out of dummy half. And the outside backs have worked off it. Lowe, Donnelly, Newfie. He's gotten 2 tries already. Maybe he's the man to get the hat-trick. So Knight, as a gust of wind comes through and blows that to the right-hand side. A 3 from 5 so far in the first half. 26 points to 6 as we wind down the first half of this Andrew Johns clash between the Riverina Bulls and the Penrith Panthers. The Bulls will be looking for a lot of improvement in the second half. But what we've seen in this competition, it's a game of 2 halves. You definitely can come back. The Panthers look pretty on song here, and this looks like John Sagaga again. He breaks through. 1 tackle. No, it's Kobe Lapua, rather. Sagaga off the field. Smith. Away to Len. Over halfway with ease, the Panthers. Smith. Nice little chip kick by Zach Knight. Chasing of the outside backs. Newfie tried to get there. Think they're going to call a knock on. And now a penalty. So the Bulls, there's 4 seconds remaining. But they are going to get a chance to go, well, at least 50 metres. I'd definitely be using this opportunity. Or are they just going to tap and run? They don't even look like they're interested in a kick for touch. It's just going to be a tap and run. Tackle made there by Aiden Len. We have half-time at the Andrew Johns Cup, round 4. The Riverina Bulls, they trail by 20 points. 26 points to 6 against the Penrith Panthers. Tries to Bailey Lowe, the captain. A double to Sione Newfie. Zach Knight and Lafael Taupai getting amongst the try scorers. Zach Knight 3 from 5 today so far. And as for the Riverina Bulls, Billy Reardon, the lone try scorer. Billy Sainsbury converting right in front. I'll be back with the second half action right after this. Stay tuned on Facebook Live through Bar TV.
ask someone to just bring you a cold bottle of water to give to me. If you get a chance.
Yes, welcome back to Roberts Park. It's been a long day, but it's been a great day of rugby league action. We have the Andrew Johns Cup and Laurie Daley Cup, the Monaro Colts and the Rams. The Rams got over in the first clash, and the Monaro Colts just too strong in the Laurie Daley Cup. But we have the Riverina Bulls trailing by 20 points, and the Panthers, well, much of the same in the first half, but it looks like a good, strong run here. Met in defence there by Larry Arken. It was the number 16 there in Pat Dwyer. Here's that awkward runner in Jalen Burns. Here's a 9. Thomas McIll-Hatton. A lot of tongue twisters in both lineups. And I've got one for you in the Laurie Daley Cup coming up next. But the Bulls will look to start strong here in the second half. Good pass there. Away to Stoonkill. And offside by Larry Arken. And a well-needed penalty to start things here. So Billy Reardon to find touch. He was the lone try scorer in the first half of the Bulls. And the outside backs had a field day. Bailey Lowe, Sione Newfie scoring a double for the Panthers. Zach Knight and Trent Barton-Shaw doing a tremendous job for them. Bottom of the table clash, but it certainly doesn't look like it. The Panthers have come here to play. And here comes the number 12, Blake Coombs. He's very close to being over. Nice quick play the ball. That's what we want to see. And it's McIll-Hatton who goes very close to scoring. Stoonkill. Coombs again. He's been held up. Good defence there. Goal line from the Penrith Panthers. So what can they muster up here, the Bulls? Going back on the mark. The referee wasn't ready. So they come to the left-hand side, and this is the 11 in Caleb Cameron Paney. Again short. They come open side. Look for a nice little kick. Ricocheted off the legs. Was it played at all? And no, it seems to be the 7 in Zach Knight that's picked it up. Nice, quick, dummy half run. The Panthers try to work it away from their own end. He's out for Ulessi. Smith to Teague. Only had one run coming off the bench in that first half. We'll look for a lot more of the football. Knight turns it on. Whitehouse. Just over halfway. Good meterage there. And yes, we found out meterage was a word. Zach Knight kicks it deep down into the corner. Wicked bounce. And it's going to go into touch. A well-earned breather for both sides early on in the second half. So we've seen all interchange players bar Benjamin English for the Penrith side. Still a few players on the bench for the Riverina Bulls. The number 19, Braith Crane, who was a late inclusion, ready to come on, has the interchange card in hand. Physical there with Whitehouse and Arken in defence. But the Bulls trying to go toe-to-toe with them physically. Here's the number 12, Blake Coombs. He's been very good. Probably one of their best, the Bulls. Here's Sternkill. Bailey Lowe very vocal from the back. And just poor hands. Cameron Penny thought what he was going to do with the football before he got his hands to the football. And the Panthers are going to have another opportunity to do something damaging inside this half. And Barton Shaw to feed the scrum. And didn't go through the back rower's leg, so we're going to have to do that again. So from the back of the scrum, and again thinking about what they were going to do with the ball before they got it. Alfred Ulesi making an error. Good, strong physical defence there. And again, it's Ken in there. Been good defensively since he's come on the field. Here's Stunkel. Push back in defence. Whitehouse there. And again, just poor handling. Crone trying to get the quick pass away to Ben Cronin, fresh on the field after the stint in the first half. But they turn over possession again near the midfield. Pretty stacked here to the left-hand side. Barton Shaw. It's going to be Alfred Ulesi off the back of the scrum. Good contact there from Ben Cronin. And up in defence is Daniel Trenbarth as well. And it looks like he was the man that was holding on a bit too long. So Riley Smith, and he gives it away to his fullback. And the captain says, yeah, we'll go for touch. Very important spine here for the Panthers. Lowe, Knight, Barton, Shaw. If they're on, it goes a long way to winning this contest. And their forwards have been good as well. But the Bulls' defence has been much better in the early stages of the second half. It's Alfred Ulesi again. He bounces out of one and spins out of another. Still breaking tackles. I don't know. Yeah, looked a bit high. A 20-point lead. I don't think they'll look for the 2 points here. And Bailey Lowe just asking for a forward to run onto the football. And again, it looks like that man, no, this time it's Arken, gets a chance to run the football. Been good defensively, but they're 10 metres out from the line. Slow play the ball. Smith. Good inside ball away. Bailey Lowe. And he gets it down. Well, Zach Knight, that's got to be his third or fourth try assist for the day. Bailey Lowe, very damaging in the middle of the park. And good cohesion there between the spine. Lowe, Knight. Great play by the Panthers, and they go further in front, 30 points to 6. Myself and Evan Jones in the previous games. If you haven't been listening to the coverage, we advise that you stay on. We have the main event coming up, the Penrith Panthers and the Riverina Bulls in the Laurie Daley Under-18s Cup for the Country Championships. We were talking about hat-tricks, and if anyone was going to score a hat-trick today, well, we have Bailey Lowe and Sione Nufi both on 2 tries. Zach Knight, left boot, over the top of the uprights. It was climbing as it went over. 32 points to 6. But yes, we were talking about who was going to score a hat-trick, and we had some likely contenders, but, well, with 22 minutes to go until full time, I'm sure the captain, Bailey Lowe, and Sione Nufi will definitely want to get on the score sheets. And the Bulls, they'll want to defend hard for the remaining 21 minutes of this one, as here goes Whitehouse. And Ben Cronin, like a missile, tried to come out at him. Unfortunately, fell off. it was a good effort as the Panthers again work it away from their own end. Maybe the heat coming into factor again. Having to do majority of the defending here is Riley Smith. He breaks through a gap. Has he got support on his outside? He might not need it, Riley Smith. From dummy half, he's gone about 60 metres underneath the upright. A little bit of a try celebration. And the Panthers go back to back. Riley Smith adds himself to the score sheet. Nice, quick play, the Bulls. And again, this heat will be a factor late into the game if it's not a factor at the moment. 36 points to 6 with 20 to go. It'll be Zach Knight aiming for his 5th conversion of the day. He did miss 2 previously, so not perfect with the boot, but he's been pretty good. There were 2 difficult attempts. This will be for 14 points for the day. And it's nice to have a little personal tally there of points. So adjacent to the upright, Zach Knight with that left boot. And again, Sars between the middle of the sticks. We have 38 points to 6.
Penrith 38, Riverina 6.
So Billy Sainsbury gets us back underway, and here's Whitehouse. He's been pretty strong, as have a lot of the forwards from the Panthers. But the Bulls will keep trying and keep coming at you. Here goes Nico. He's showing a lot of speed and agility. He's already broken 3 tackles. What about the footwork here from Nico? Good defence there from Sainsbury. And now here's Jimmy Donnelly. So we've got Billy on one side, Jimmy on the other. Teague away to the captain, and now here is Lafayette Tauapai. Last tackle, and they've already made 70 metres. Here comes the kick from Knight. Little grubber kick into touch. Might not be good news here for Bailey Lowe, the captain. No, it's Jimmy Donnelly after that run. Might just be a cork. Let's hope so. But early stages of that second half, the Riverina Bulls, they look to tighten up in defence. They look pretty good. 2 back-to-back tries. They look to work it out from their own end. And hopefully they can do that and start to string some momentum. 32 points the difference, but they won't want to give up completely here. Good offload out the back. Now it's the fullback, Trenbarth, and now we're going to see some outside speed right in front of me. It's Billy Sainsbury. Great tackle there by the fullback. And now here's Liam Moon. Up to halfway, and they were offside. Just not making it back onside. And it's Braith Crane who will look for touch. So we've got Braith Crane and Ben Cronin, both with blonde hair. Long blonde hair and the bandages. I like it. The Bandage Brothers, or the Hair Bear Brothers. Call them what you like. But here comes Cronin, and out of the line was John Sagaga, who's back onto the field making his presence felt. But it's called high by the referee. And a lack of discipline slipping in here for the Panthers. Back-to-back penalties. His Stoonkel has been very solid here for the Bulls. What can they come up with here? Out the back they go with their halfback, Billy Reardon, trying to create something on the outside. Now for Coombs. Got nice depth and shape out to the left if they want to get it to Sainsbury. Short pass, hit, spin, try. Looks like it might be Connor Taupua. But nonetheless, it's a try underneath the sticks for the Bulls, and a much-needed one at that. And no, it is Joel Tracy, the interchange player, number 17. So a moment there for him scoring a try. No doubt a smile on his face. And they reduce the deficit to 28. And Billy Sainsbury converts.
Billy Sainsbury nails his second, moving him on to 12 points.
So again, 26 points in 15 minutes. It seems like a very steep climb, almost a vertical climb, but we have seen a lot of points scored in the back end, and we might see a bit of a run here by the number 17, Joel Tracy, the man that scored the try. Nice quick play, the ball, they get out, and it's Jake McGregor. They're going to call time off. There's a man down on the field, looks to be the 17, Larry Arken for the Panthers. Let's hope he's all right. Possibly got his head in the wrong position there when he tried to tackle a barnstorming Joel Tracy. Medical staff out there and water being given to the boys. Good to see they're keeping well hydrated on a... Well, it started off as a nice afternoon. It's gotten a bit warm out here. The players, I can assure you, are certainly feeling it. And see Kobe Lapua and Benjamin English out here on this right-hand side. First look at Benjamin English. Looking at the size of Kobe Lapua, I don't think he's played on the wing before. Bailey Lowe just talking to his winger, saying, hold the wing. Maybe it's just a minor shift. He's holding the eye there, the number 17, Larry Arken. So play will resume. And on comes the 13, Aiden Len, who was very good. So 17 on 17, literally, with Arken and Tracy coming together. But the Bulls wanting points is the fullback Trent Barth. And good officiating here by the refs today. They've been very good. And this is no different. So the last, and there is Reardon. Put the pressure under the number 2 in Jimmy Donnelly, and they've gone away with it. It's going to be the number 4, Luke Salafia. Excuse me, I lost my breath, but Luke Salafia has picked up the scraps. And, well, the deficit is now 22 with 13 to go. But a pretty good kick there from Billy Reardon. Pressure on Jimmy Donnelly, just dropped it. And the Bulls sneak in another try. I'm seeing some nice attacking rugby league. A lot of points scored here today. As Billy Sainsbury looks for his third conversion attempt. A third successive conversion. Well, we might need someone to hold the ball on the tee for him. He's been good with the boot today, 2 from 2. It's a tougher angle than he's had today. And just away to the left-hand side. So 22 the difference. 4 converted tries. That would put them in front, but they have 12 minutes to work with the Bulls. Like I said in the previous game with my co-commentator, Ever Jones, crazier things have happened. We'll just have to watch this one pan out as the Bulls try and bring it back. They're 25 metres away from their own line. Here's the 8 in Connor Teapua. Try to get the offload away. Mason Teague wrapping the football up. And he tried to play the ball too quickly there, and he's lost the football. And we said previously, play the balls are so crucial in this modern game. If you can't get the play the ball right, you're going to pay the consequences. Error there by the Bulls. The Panthers will get the ball. I reckon if they can get a try here in this set, I know there's 11 minutes to go, but it's hot. I think a try here will end the day for the Panthers. They can't be complacent in defence, but they've been pretty good all day as Whitehouse takes it to within 30 of the line of the Bulls. This picturesque stadium in Roberts Park, good offload around the back. And Alfred Ulesi, he had a bit of trouble, and I don't know what's happened there. The referee's going to award the try. I think there might have been a... Well, I don't want to say it looked like a punch, but that's what it did look like. The players coming together, splitting apart quite quickly. But Alfred Ulesi is the man who has scored the try. And the referee might want to have a conversation with him. He is. He's got the captain there with him. I'm sure the referee giving him a stern talking to, but the try has been scored by the back rower. He's been very good today. And it will be Zach Knight looking for some more points. So Knight from about 20 out. And just away to the right-hand side. So 5 from 8 with the boot today. Again, a few of them have been a bit difficult. But it will be 42 points to 16. 9 minutes to go. And I tell you what, I plan to come here and call some rugby league. I didn't intend to get a tan, but I think I'm going to get the best of both worlds here. Hopefully I don't burn. The kickoff there from the Bulls, and here comes John Sagaga. Straight to the defence. And here comes the 22 in Kobe Lapua. The Panthers, they pick up a win here. They take on the Monaro Colts in Goulburn next week. And you can catch that action live on Facebook Live through Bar TV Sports. Here goes Nico. Great footwork and good shot. He's lost the football, and I think it was the number 3, Liam Moon. And his bones just got rattled, Nico. Great footwork, great hit. Unfortunately, I don't have the replay with me, but that looked like an absolute perler of a hit. Great defence, Liam Moon, late in the game. And time's been blown off. He's been really shaken up here, Patrick Nico. Doesn't want to go off the field, but it might be in the best interest of the team. No, he's going to stay on. He's definitely been one of the more exciting players out here today. Electrifying with his speed and agility. But here go the Bulls. And again, good defence from the Panthers. Trembath in there. Not much room to move. We'll see Mikkel Hatton coming back onto the field as Ulysses and the number 8, Tower Pie. Well, they've been great in defence as well. I said a couple of weeks ago, Alfred Ulysses was, one of the better defending players for this under-16s Panthers side. And he showed it here again today, him and Arken. Just all the forwards have really stood up and taken the initiative, allowed a platform to be laid out for the outside backs and the halves to weave their magic. With 7 minutes to go, the Panthers might look to put on some more points. And here comes the number 4 in Sione Newfie, and he's definitely going to be looking for that hat-trick. Bailey Lowe, he'll be roaming in and around the play as well. And a good hit there. Well, marker not square there, unfortunately. Connor Teapua, it was a good shot, but just not focusing on being onside. It was Aiden Len who's going to take the hit up, because Teapua was going to be looking to line someone up. But it's Tauapai who takes the hit up, 20 metres out for the line. They go short side. Sagaga runs straight at him, forward pass. So, a bit too excited there. Wanted to put a big hit on John Sagaga. Ran straight at Teapua, but the forward pass there from the dummy half. Few errors creeping in late, but it's been an all-round good performance. Much improved performance from a couple of weeks ago. And a much-needed win for the Penrith Panthers. Still puts them in contention for that semi-final spot. Like we said, they'll play the Colts next week in Goulburn. And I'll be with you for that coverage on Facebook Live, streamed through Bar Sports TV. But the Bulls, they just want to put in just a big, harder performance here. They want to play to the end of the whistle. At the end of the game when the whistle blows. Just some frustration creeping in for the Bulls. Here comes the number 19 in Braith Crane. Couldn't get an offload away. Mason Teague there in the tackle. Looking for the cutout ball. Here's Stoonkel. And again offside. It's the number 14. That'd be Benjamin English. Good to see Ethan Newen back to his feet. He was a bit groggy in the first half. And 42-16 the scoreline. And here goes Ben Cronin. So what can the Bulls come up with? Teapua. He's loving this physical confrontation between him, Sagaga, Ulysses. All the boys are in there. Out the back they come, back door. And Newham brought down, but another offside penalty. Now we've seen we've seen 3 consecutive penalties blown in the NRL, results in a 10-minute sin bin. I don't know whether repeat offences would result in a sin bin here. We'll see if the patience is tested by the referee. They come left-hand side. Here's Cronin again, who stood up with a good run, brought to ground by Sagaga. And I think Aiden Len is there. Here's Liam Moon, who put on that sickening shot against Patrick Nico a couple of minutes ago. They come out the back. Good pass, but it's been found there by Kobe Lapua. So maybe he has a trick or two up his sleeve playing on this right wing. English beats a few defenders. And he is Sagaga. We see the under-18s, the Laurie Daley Cup Penrith Panthers training in the background, getting ready for their contest against the Riverina Bulls. Stay tuned after this game to see that one. That will be our main event here at Roberts Park. And it's picked up well there by Daniel Trenbarth. A lot of hard work to do. He's been very sound at the back. Here goes the number 4. No, rather, that's Corey Longhurst in jersey 18 with the black headgear. And again, solid work there. This is Pat Dwyer. 30 out. Tapua. Bit high. Referee letting it go. Mason Teague and Whitehouse in the tackle. He's had a pretty good day. Excuse me. He's had a pretty good day. Connor Tapua. But just a drop ball and maybe one more chance for the Panthers to... Well, they won't get to 50, but get one of these boys, Bailey Lowe or Sione Nufi, onto the try scorers list again for a hat-trick. Mason Teague putting his head in there at lock. They're stacked here to the left-hand side. Here's the 14 in English. So they're still stacked to that left-hand side, but they'll come right. This is Len looking to offload. Unable to do so. Teague. Short passing game there. Taupai. Teague. Knight. Good offload and still running. Counting down the seconds. 10 to go. But they'll look for that try. Here is Sagaga. The ball out the back. Here goes Whitehouse. The cutout pass, but no one was there. He'll keep it in field. But unfortunately, that is the end of our contest here today. The Riverina Bulls, unfortunately, going down to the Penrith Panthers, 42 points to 16. It was still a hardly fought contest. Very entertaining rugby league, a very high-scoring game. Our try scorers, we have Bailey Lowe with a double for the Panthers. The captain scoring 2 tries, Sione Nufi. Zach Knight, he bagged a try, 5 goals from 8 attempts. Great effort from him today. Lafael Tauapai, Alfred Ulessi and Riley Smith all getting on the try scorers sheets. As for the Riverina Bulls, Luke Salafia, Billy Reardon and Joel Tracy with a try as well. 2 from 3 from Billy Sainsbury. So that is the end of our under-16s competition for round 4. Round 5, the Panthers. They will take on the Monaro Colts. And that game will be broadcast from Goulburn on Facebook Live, streamed through Bar Sports TV. As for round 5 for the Riverina Bulls, they will be taking on the Illawarra South Coast Dragons. And from what I saw in round 2, they look like the real deal, both in the 16s and the 18s. So you can catch that from 11 a.m. under 16s action there in the Andrew Johns Cup. The Laurie Daley Cup will be at 12:15 p.m. and that will be in Leeton. As for the Penrith Panthers, they'll be against the Monaro Colts. 12 p.m. for that, the under 16s and the under 18s Laurie Daley Cup at 1:15 p.m. Both games from Goulburn. I'll be back with you shortly with our last game, the main event, the under-18s Laurie Daley Cup. Riverina Bulls taking on the Penrith Panthers. I'll be back with you shortly. Good afternoon, and if you've been with us all 3 games so far, congratulations, because it has been a long day, but it has been a very exciting day of rugby league. Right now, we have our main event, the Riverina Bulls taking on the Penrith Panthers in the under-18s Laurie Daley Cup. We have the lineups for the Penrith Panthers. At fullback, Flynn Isaacs. On the wings, Jeffrey Sialaoa off the... Look, I'm going to try my best. That was what we were talking about earlier in the coverage. Some tongue twisters in this game. His wing partner is Cooper Pereira. In the centres, Mason Iaria and Ryan Eisenhuth. The halves, they'll be the keys. Sadi Sublaban and Brodie Henderson. Locking the scrum is Hannah Jonathan El Nashir. The second rowers, Maverick Geyer and Caleb Falanico. Up front, Thomas Affleck, Harrison Reid Porter and Romeo Apalou. And on the bench, Braden Magell, Ethan Wheeler, Bailey Wyatt and Reese Wright. Dane Tarekia has been ruled out. As for the Riverina Bulls at fullback, Zachary Rumble. On the wings, Curtis Fisher and Austin McDougall. The centres, Jack Affleck and Jackson Newling. The halves, Lachelle Sigwatt and Tyson McLaughlin. Locking the scrum, Wayne Parker. The back rowers, Ziggy Vincent and Samuel Heffernan. Up front, Reese Mitch, Elwyn Ravu and Reese Clegg. And on the bench, William Barnes, Ben Arnett, Benjamin Polak, Cody Collins and Tomasi Baravilala. So like I said, this is our 4th and final game today from Roberts Park in Harden. I've been here since 11:30. It's been spectacular rugby league throughout. Let's hope we get a great game here in the 4th and final game. I'll get us underway through the boot of Sublaban. And an awkward bounce to start proceedings here. But it's the number 11, Ziggy Vincent, excuse me. And he's still not down. About 4 players to wrap him up. You hear the Panthers in the distance. They're cheering about their win that they had over the Riverina Bulls. A resounding victory. 42 points to 16. But a penalty early on. The Bulls will see some good field position here, or they might have with a better kick. This number 9 here, very reminiscent of Kevin Nagama. That's Elwyn Ravu. He's attempted to get that flat top going. He's the lock forward Wayne Parker. So Ravu. Good run there from Reese Mitch. Now Ravu. Running the football there was Sigwalt. Getting it out the back for the fullback Rumble. Early talk here. Sigwalt. Oh, good defence. He came up there, El Nashir. And Affleck in the tackle as well. Last tackle called by the referee, Ravu. Now they go with a little kick into the in-goal. Very shallow in-goals here. And it is Sialaoa Ofoia. I don't know how to make that any easier for anybody. Sialaoa Ofoia. Very, very tongue-twister-like as the Penrith Panthers run it out from their own end. But it is great to see the growth of Polynesians and different cultures coming into the game of rugby league. We've seen a massive growth, especially over the last decade, of Polynesian talent coming into the rugby league and performing very well. The transition of, say, a bloke like Jason Taumalolo transitioning from New Zealand to Tonga in the World Cup. Great to see this rugby league, Polynesians in rugby league going strength to strength. And it'll be on display here again today, especially with the Penrith Panthers, which is such a diverse culture. But the Bulls, they'll bring it away from their own end. And what a hit that was. Tom Affleck and Caleb Falaniko, bone-crunching tackle. That's probably the best tackle we've seen all day. Through the hands, Ravu. The halfback McLaughlin, and now it's the lock forward Wayne Parker. Holding down the tackle there, that's Bailey White, who's already on the field within 3 minutes of the game. And Jack Elphick. Ravu out of dummy half. Nice little dapped kick, and here is Flynn Isaacs. Taking over the reins of Reese Wright, who was their fullback a number of weeks ago. Here's the number 5, Cooper Pereira. Here's Mason Iaria. They are at halfway. And here is Falaniko. Gets the offload away. Now to the look forward. In Miguel. Sorry, no, that's El Nashir. Now Reed Porter, short side Sublaban, gets away from one. He's very elusive, this man. Saturday Sublaban. Last tackled, Reed Porter shouting instructions. Try to get it in the hands of Brody Henderson. He does that. Runs first, then passes out the back. Good footwork there. Isaacs. And well, that was the opposite of good footwork. That was poor kick there on the last. He was looking for that man in Sialaoa Ofioa. I'm going to struggle with that all day. But Big Jeffrey on the wing. And it wasn't even Jeffrey on the wing, it was Cooper Pereira. So Big Jeffrey, he's going to be on our right-hand side. Watch out for him. As Ravu, he gives it to the 12 in Samuel Heffernan. Looking for some forward momentum. Brought down there by Harrison Reed Porter. Here's the 13 in Parker. The ref doing a good job making sure everyone is on side. Now away to the 11 in Ziggy Vincent. Ravu dummy half. Oh, try to get away from the tackle of Tom Affleck. Good rush up there on Tyson McLaughlin. Last tackle, Ravu. Gives it away to Sigwalt. End over end kick. Should be easily taken. No pressure, but it was a late hit. I didn't see who the hit came from, but it was on Latrell Sigwald. So about just inside the 20. 0-all the score in this one. 6 minutes gone. They don't opt to go for the 2 points. And here is Parker. Very close to the line. Henderson fell off the tackle. So Ravu to one of the back rowers here. I think it's Samuel Heffernan. Ravu. Just looking to dummy and run and go himself. And the ball's been lost, and here goes Tom Affleck. Now he is a massive athlete. The man in the grey headgear. Saw him streak away a couple of weeks ago against the South Coast Dragons. Here's Henderson through the hands. Now going inside, gives it away to Isaacs. Dropped the ball, called backwards. Picked up by Pereira. That combination's going to be brutal. Just helpful. Trying to find the words. It's been a very long day, but we're here. Hands off the play. Yep, touch 6 again. It was Jack Elfleck. And here goes the 4 in Ryan Eisenhuth. There's a name we've seen in rugby league before. Tom and Matt. There's Big Jeffrey. Gives it away to Bailey Wyatt. Reed Porter. Awaits the man in 12, Falanico. He'll play it. Reed Porter. Looking for Sublaban. Henderson. No, here's Maverick Geyer. Goes back the other way now for Reed Porter. Comes back to the number 12 in Falanico. Gets away from one. Tries to muscle his way to the line. Reed Porter, short side Sublaban, shows, goes himself, and he's being held up. It'll be the second last tackle now. Reed Porter to Henderson. He'll go crossfield. We saw this a couple of weeks ago when Mason Ayari unable to get up there. It's going to be a penalty to the Bulls. We saw that combination a few weeks ago at St. Mary's Stadium. The crossfield kick from Henderson and Mason Ayaria. It was points on that occasion, but on this occasion it ends up in a penalty. Pereira tackling in midair, and I'm pretty sure it was the man Curtis Fisher there on the right-hand side. As they've dropped the pill again. And 10 minutes into this one. Ball control, just it's not happening in the moment for the Bulls. So stacked right-hand side. Henderson feeds the scrum now for Reed Porter. Comes away to the 5 in Cooper Pereira. And he's going to play the ball 20 metres out from the line. Reed Porter, Sublaban. Eisenhuth, was there a hand touched on there? Isaacs was looking to go to the right-hand side, sweeping around. But good defence in the end there by the Bulls. And see that Isaac's being quite cooperative with his men. No more silly knock-ons or penalties. No more sillies was the word that were the words he used. And definitely no more sillies. Maverick Geyer in that tackle. A couple of weeks ago, I don't think they gave the ball to him enough. He looked very dangerous in that back row playmaking role. He's a big body, much like his father. And here goes Ravu, who's looked very good early on. Inside the 40 of their own half. And here's Parker. Good go forward by the Bulls. And just as I say that, Wayne Parker, he's dropped his lollies again. And again, whether it's a penalty or a drop football, they just give Penrith that chance to get possession inside their attacking half. So the scrum is fed there, and his Eisenhuth was put in a bit of a compromising position. Sublaban taking control, looking for touch. And there's Cooper Pereira, the man that was put in an awkward position. And thank God we have more than one football, because that's gone over the fence. It is a very... You can imagine there's a lot of bush behind us here at Roberts Park. We are out in the bush in Harden. And they're going to have to do a lot of hard searching for that football. The 19 is on. Braden Margell. 10 metres out. Reed Porter, Sublaban. Here's Eisenhuth using his footwork. And again, another penalty. So that's back-to-back penalties. The referee's patience is going to be tested here. That was a high tackle on that occasion. And with no points on the board, I'd be tempted to take the 2 points, but Reed Porter thinks otherwise. He's going to tap and go. He's the 12 Falanico. He comes to within metres of the line. Just near that left upright. And he's going to go himself. He's very good at this. But they read it very well. Reed Porter scored against the Dragons like that. Out the back, Sublaban. Here it comes, and Eisenhuth. It was looked very dangerous. Bailey White with a nice touch-on pass. And Ryan Eisenhuth is the opening try scorer in the Under-18s Laurie Daley Cup Round 4 clash between the Bulls and the Panthers. 4 points to 0.
First points of the day go to the Panthers with number 4, Ryan Eisenhuth, stopping for a try.
Good chat there from the 5'8" Sublaban. Talking about the grind and, as my water bottle falls over. 15 minutes into this one, and it has been that sort of game. Points hard to come by. But the Panthers, they need to stay in that mindset. Points aren't going to be easy to come by. They just need to tough and grind it out. So we see Flynn Isaacs take a conversion from goal. Looks like it's coming back, and it's just away to the right-hand side. So our opening score, not Tom Eisenhuth, Ryan Eisenhuth. Maybe some relation there, but Ryan Eisenhuth, our opening try scorer today for the Laurie Daley Cup, this clash in the 4th round between the Panthers and the Bulls. And clicks down, 20 minutes to go until half time, and the Bulls will look to strike back immediately. Henderson to take that, and here comes Maverick Geyer off the restart. He's going to look for an offload. He won't find it. But a good run and a nice, clean, quick play the ball. And that's what they'll be looking for. Hard forward running. So, sorry, that was Maverick Guy there. Here comes the 10. That looks to be Romeo Opaloo. Reed Porter, Sublaban, Affleck, and now Isaacs. He's dropped the football. And they'll play on from here. The Bulls. Latrell Sigwalt. Good to get on the ball there. The error coming from Flynn Isaacs. So a bit of possession here for the Riverina Bulls. Ravu with dummy half. A short ball, good run. And Jack Elphick. Double pump by number 7, Tyson McLaughlin. And they come away, Ravu McLaughlin. He went there once before, good kick. Isaacs has some work to do to get it out of his own in-goal line, and he does so. Curtis Fisher with the tackle. Now they're going to have to work it out of their own end, Penrith. Big Jeffrey there with the run. Trying to help out the forwards. Here's the 17 in Bailey Wyatt. And a well-needed penalty. Just above the horizontal a tad. Enough for the referee to give away a penalty. And again, Sublaban saying, look, boys, calm it down. We don't want to get too brash. And the ball again coming away. Almost falls onto a laptop. It might have fallen onto the laptop. But anyway, here we come. Ryan Eisenhuth. Thank God I don't have a car parked here. That might be in a bit of trouble. So Eisenhuth, the opening try scorer, to play it. And an incorrect play the ball from Eisenhuth. Like we said in the previous games, you've got to get a toe to that football. If the ref doesn't deem it to be a correct play the ball, he will penalise you. And I think it's a great thing that they're cracking down on. So we've got the number 9 there in... No, it can't be the number 9. It's the number 7, Tyson McLaughlin, kicking that away. And here comes the big fella, Reece Clegg, towards the left-hand side. Is that Ravu? It is, taken down by Eisenhuth. Through the big fella's hands, and now for Parker. Good chance here for the Bulls to hit straight back. Ravu, Mitch, out the back, comes away to the fullback, Rumble. He puts in a little kick, it's chased well! And it's Austin McDougall, who's come up with a try, and they hit straight back. Great play there by Zach Rumble, got away from one defender. Referees called time off. But a great grubber kick there from Zach Rumble. McDougall with the speed on the outside. He had Newling as well. But McDougall the one first to get to the football. Got a try from Ryan Eisenhuth. The opposite number almost hit back, but it's McDougall who got it down. And we'll see if the Bulls can hit the front. So the conversion attempt here by the Bulls. Looks like that man Jackson Newling. But whoever it is, he's converted the try.
Scored by number 5, Austin McDougall, and converted by number 6, Latrell Sigler.
I know Latrell Sigwell on the scoreboard as a goal kicker. He earns 2 points. And that 2 points gets them in front, just. With 18 to go in the first half. And here goes the big fella, Reece Clegg.
15 minutes remaining in this half.
So the Bulls with a bit of life now, throwing around the football. Well raced up there by Pereira. Slow to get to his feet, the Bulls player. Here's the 4, Jackson Newling. So the outside backs working hard here for the forwards. The 18, Reece Wright, is on. That's a penalty there. I believe he was offside. But the Bulls starting to build some momentum here. Holding up in the wind, just goes over the touchline. So it's the number 8, Reece Mish. He's taking the kicks for touch. So Ravu finds Parker. And he'll come in to within 40, just outside the 40. Ravu, the Mish. You'll see him in the black headgear, beats the tackle there. The number 10, Opaloo. Ravu short side. Now for Newling. Number 2, Curtis Fisher, hasn't seen a lot of ball. He might see it now with a bit of a cutout pass. Here he is. And he's just short. Great tackle there. Fisher taken by Eisenhuth. Now for Vincent. Trying to barge over. And Ziggy Vincent, 4 points for him. Back-to-back tries for the Riverina Bulls. All started with the backline movement there. Good backline movement. Tyson McLaughlin in amongst it. Ended up Fisher, tackled by Ryan Eisenhuth. And then Ziggy Vincent straight after that. Just barged his way over. We have Benarant. First interchange used here by the Riverina Bulls. And be the man Reece Clegg, who has had a very good start to this match, coming off a well-earned break. And it'll be Latrell Sigwalt, the man to attempt to convert this try and put them further in front. The scoreboard seems to be broken at the moment. Still reading 4 points to 0. I can tell you it is definitely 10 points to 4. Sigwalt looking to make it 12. Straight in between the uprights. Back-to-back tries for the Bulls. And they go out in front by 8.
Conversion by Latrell Sigler successful. Riverina 12, and the Panthers 4.
And the Panthers leaking a few points. Isaacs gets us back underway, and Mitch takes the pass from Ravu. Makes some good meterage up there. Further, opposite side. And not letting him get up, so penalties really killing the Panthers here. And riding a wave of momentum here are the Bulls. So short of halfway. Here's Parker. Game number 4 here today. As we see an offload and an error. Game number 4, the Penrith Panthers and the Riverina Bulls our second game of Laurie Cup action, Laurie Daley Cup action rather, of today. Earlier today, it was the Monaro Colts successful over the Western Rams, and we've seen back-to-back incorrect play the ball penalties from the opposite sides. That time it looked like it was Maverick Geyer, and the Bulls will take that with open arms. The tap and go as Ravu comes off. And the referee, Jesse Rutter, doing a superb job out here today. The touch judges, Brad Hart and Tim Maloney, keeping those touch lines in check. Here's Parker. Strong run. Not going anywhere, though. Brought down by 3. Attempted to go in hard, but he was met there by 3 defenders. Good short passing by the forwards. It comes away to the number 6 in Sigwalt. Seems like whatever he touches needs to turn to gold. Here's the fullback in Rumble. And the coach shouting out blindside. They come to the open side. Here is McLaughlin. Not touched. Let go there. Well done by our man Big Jeffrey. And it will be a 20-metre restart here for the Panthers. But their body language says that they're quite tired. I'm unsure how long we have to go in this half. The scoreboard is frozen at the moment, but I can tell you it is 12 points to 4. The scoreboard, in my view, our scoreboard on Facebook Live, streamed through Bar Sports TV, might be a bit different. It is 12 points to 4. The Riverina Bulls back-to-back tries, getting the 8-point lead here over the Penrith Panthers. So Reese Wright jumping in at dummy half. Here is Sublaban. And see Reed Porter off the field. So Wright at dummy half. Comes away to the 17, Bailey Wyatt. Short through the hands, now Opaloo. There's that short passing exchange we saw. Now Wright, Henderson, good ball. It comes away to Iaria. He's brought down about 15 metres, 10 in from touch. And play it very slowly. Henderson, Sublaban, through the hands, comes away. Eisenhuth flicks it out the back. It looked promising for our man Big Jeffrey, but Eisenhuth just unable to get the offload away. Goes into touch. It'll be a 10-metre play the ball here for the Bulls. Great scramble defence by them. Siala'oa Ofioa. I've probably still said that wrong. Afoya. There we go. Siala'oa Afoya. I've finally done it. I've probably still said it wrong. But our man Big Jeffrey, is the Bulls try and work it away from their own end. They've done that pretty successfully. And this man has been very good, Wayne Parker. So the 14 in William Barnes, just looking at my team sheet here. That's who we've got. He's come on for Elwyn Ravu. But the Bulls will probably just look to keep it pretty simple heading into the break. And here goes the big bomb from Latrell Sigwalt. And it's a good bounce. A good bounce for the Bulls. The coach is screaming 40-20, and it looks like it might be. Torpedo bomb from Latrell Sigwalt, and Jeffrey Siala'oa Afoya just left it alone. He didn't want any bar of it. But they are coming back for a scrum. I thought that was very close to a 40-20. Maybe just over the 40 he was. So Sublaban will feed the scrum. Nonetheless, it was an outrageous kick there from Latrell Sigwalt. I'm hearing rumblings that it's 6 minutes to go in the half. Here goes Iaria. In fact, it is our man Jeffrey. Going back to his right-hand wing. Flynn Isaacs playing the ball. Here's Opaloo. And here's Reece Wright. We know how quick he is. Tried to pick up, well, he picked up 10 metres, tried to pick up more. They come out to this right-hand side. Awkward looking bounce. They're still going to get there, and it's good speed shown here from Zachary Rumble. Taken down eventually there by Mason Iaria. Good cutout pass. It definitely is on here. And here goes Austin McDougall. Panthers struggling to make their way back on side. Parker. And he's lost the football. Flick pass. There is no free play in this country rugby league like there would be in the Super League. Interesting to see if a rule like that comes into effect in later years of these country championships. I'd like to see it open up a more expensive brand of football. Here's Reece Wright. He shows the short ball there to the number 19, Braden Miguel. And Miguel is running like a gazelle like that. Comes away left-hand side. Henderson. Now away Isaacs. Dummies. Goes himself. And brought down 20 metres out for the line. Opaloo. Is it the last? No. Thought it might have been the last. Henderson, Sub-Laban steps. We know he's got agility. A good sliding defence there from the Bulls. Here's the last now. Comes away. Henderson. Oh! And they knew that crossfield kick was coming, the Bulls. Brody Henderson's been left in his wake. He was waiting for that crossfield kick, Mason Iaria, and he's been cleaned up by Ziggy Vincent with a spectacular hit. Heffernan's now up on his feet. But a massive cheer from the Riverina Bulls bench. There's a knock on there. Can't be too far from half-time now. Here's the 15 in Ben Arendt. Time's been called off and a bit of blood there from Ben Arendt. Not too far from halftime at all. Bulls still lead 12 points to 4 here. Tries to Austin McDougall and Ziggy Vincent. Converted both by Latrell Sigwald. Time back on. Last. Sigwald, chip and chase. And well, my vision was skewed there, but the Bulls have the football. Holding down. And it's a professional foul. It was Jackson Ewing who made the break. I don't know who's coming off the field here. Someone has been sent for 10 minutes. It might be Reece Wright, in fact. But we'll definitely have a look at that. So 2:45 on the clock. The Bulls with the ball. I'll have a look and see who the man is off the field here for the Panthers. The Bulls slowly playing the ball. Is he in? The number 14. Burrowing his way over from dummy half. William Barnes. And a try right before the break, rather. William Barnes from dummy half puts them further in front.
short one. There's a minute and a half to go. So one complete.
So you can do what you want. You've got to complete this. You've got to get to a kick. Safe. Just get to the end of the set.
So Latrell Sigwalt, he makes it 3 from 3. And the Bulls go out. Well, leads have meant a lot in this, well, on this day today here at Roberts Park. Any lead is a good lead, especially if you can keep it going into half-time, or coming out of half-time, rather. Looking for the short kickoff. No, they're just going to look for that well-directed, great kick, Sub-Laban. Well, they were looking for the short kickoff, but it was short, but it was directed near the touchline. Great kick. And the referee did not call time off, so the kick was in vain. The Panthers, they have their work cut out for them. At halftime, it is the Riverina Bulls 18. The Penrith Panthers 4 will give you the try scorers. Austin McDougall, William Barnes just scored, then the number 14 from dummy half, and the zigzag. Ziggy Vincent got over as well. Latrell Sigwalt, 3 from 3, the 5'8". As for the Panthers, Ryan Eisenhuth scored the opening try, but from then it's been all the Riverina Bulls. Catch us for the second half. Stay tuned. Stay with us here on Facebook Live stream through Bar TV Sports for the second half of our last game here at Roberts Park in Harden, the Laurie Daley Cup Under-18s Country Championships. We'll be right back after this short break.
Yeah,
Is that fun doing that?
Yeah.
You must know a lot about football.
Oh, well, I know, yeah, a bit. Just try and do the best I can, really.
You're a good brother. I'll try and do a round off. Hey, do you want this? Yes! I've got the broken probably fail. With the harmonic
That's to both sides, a 2-minute warning, 2 minutes till kick-off.
Welcome back to Roberts Park, and if you've joined us for all 4 games of the Laurie Daley Cup and the Andrew Johns Cup, my hat literally comes off to you. It has been a long but great day of rugby league, and we are here as the Riverina Bulls. They seem fired up after half-time. They have an 18 points to 4 lead over the Penrith Panthers here in this Laurie Daley Cup clash. Like I said, we've seen some outstanding rugby league today. This will be the second half of our last game. We hope you have enjoyed the coverage. First 2 games, I was with my co-commentator, Evan Jones. I've been flying solo for the last 2 games. And I tell you what, there has not been a cloud in the sky up until now, really. It's been a picture-perfect day for rugby league. One of these 2 teams would like to say they can come away with the win here in our main event. The kick-off there from McLaughlin. The Panthers will need to come back by 14 points to win this one. It's going to be a long 35 minutes. Strap yourselves in, enjoy. Can the Panthers mount a comeback? We'll have to wait and see as the 18 hands it off, and now they're going through the hands. It comes to the 19 in Miguel. It's Reese Wright. It was a dummy half, a quick tap. Wasn't on the mark. But holding down in the tackle, Brody Henderson. He'll kick for touch. Like I've said, in all 4 games, the referee's doing an excellent job in making sure they're in the right place at the right time, calling the right penalties and officiating the game really well. The Panthers into the Riverina Bulls half early. Comes through, and here is that man again in Miguel. Tried to get the offload away, didn't need to. So to shift out here to the left, Henderson, here's Geyer. Gives it away, Isaacs. Ran around his own play, excuse me. Looks like Geyer's gone to the centre, and we have Mason Iari on that left wing. Right. Awful pass. Picked up now by Eisenhuth. Tries to slip it around. Here is Sublaban. We know the footwork he possesses. 4th tackle now. So he seems to be playing in a ball-playing role here. Isaacs gets the offload away. Sublaban. Now our dummy goes himself looking for the line. Is the 17 in Bailey White. He's rather close. Out on that right-hand edge, Sublaban. He manages to get a kick in there, but it's taken there by the Riverina Bulls. But here comes Geyer and the cavalry, Henderson. And they ground him inside the in goal. It's going to be a line dropout. So Mason Aria out on this left-hand wing. Maverick Guy has been shifted into the centres. We have Henderson right, Sublaban, and it looks like Falanico has gone into the 5'8" position. So a lot of ball-playing options here for the Panthers. Maybe trying to open that up in this second half. Try and get some off-the-cuff footy as the line drop out here from the Bulls. It's going to come away to Romo Opalu, and he goes hard at the defence, and he meets them. He's going to go over the 30. And inside the Bulls' territory, here's Maverick Geyer. To within 20. Some of these Bulls look tight in defence already. Here's Henderson. He gives it away, Sublaban. And now Eisenhuth. He'll play it. Sublaban. And now it's the 19 again. In Miguel, he's very short, almost over the line. Right, goes, went backwards, gives it away to Henderson. Henderson looking for the cutout pass. He's Iaria, and he's dropped it. And now we can see a real foot race. Here goes Austin McDougall. It's a foot race that he's going to win. Sadi Sublaban can't get there. Austin McDougall goes coast to coast. 100 metres, and they extend their lead. Well, Sadi Sublaban looked very menacing there, and Austin McDougall, he read it like a book. Came out of the attacking line, took the intercept, and he's ran 90 metres. The Riverina Bulls boys cheering him on as he ran. We've seen a lot of good tries out here today, but I don't think we've seen a quicker try scored than that. Great outside speed, and a double for Austin McDougall.
Ball on the full, boys. Get the ball on the full.
So Latrell Sigwald looking to keep the 100% boot intact. To convert the try, McDougall. And he does exactly that.
Second try of the day to flying in number 5, Austin McDougall.
So Latrell Sigwald converts 24 points to 4. And I'd just like to take this chance to say thank you very much to Country Rugby League for having me here on this day here at Harden, at Roberts Park. They've been absolutely sensational. And so have you, if you've been keeping up with the action on Facebook Live, streamed through Bar Sports TV. The Panthers try and kick off. Again, our timer is frozen. He's Heffernan. Just try and call the action as we see it. But the score definitely is 24 points to 4. Here comes Parker. He's been one of the more solid players out here for the Bulls. I think that's Heffernan again. Yes, Sam Heffernan. 6 again called. And this Bulls lineup, they look very professional. Out the back. That was a bit of an ordinary pass by Tyson McLaughlin. But they'll be looking... Excuse me, they'll be looking to keep up the intensity. And here he goes, the zigzag! Vincent! Ziggy Vincent almost to the line. He's already got 1. He wanted 2. They come to the short side, cut out pass, and it's been intercepted here by the Panthers, and it's the speedster here in the number 3, Mason Iaria. Can he do a reverse here? Good tackle there. Zachary Rumble. Looked like he was going to do a reverse there. Another 100-metre try. Henderson, 360, gives it away to Geyer. Coming to that open side. But great speed shown by Mason Iaria fell into the lap of him after the pass from Latrell Sigwald. Here's Eisenhuth. Right. Sublaban. He's been in amongst the Miguel. So right. A dummy and run there from Falanico. Right-hand side. Right, Sublaban. Crossfield kick. Are we going to see some magic here for the number 2? No. It's just gone dead. And Jeffrey Sealer off Foyer. Well, he almost had it. I'd love to see him get over the stripe today. But it will be a 20-metre restart here for the Bulls. So the restart here, and it's Benjamin Pollack. Parker again. Here is William Barnes. They call him Jimmy. I'll let you figure out the rest. Here is Reece Clegg back onto the field. Comes off for a well-earned rest, Wayne Parker. Here's the kick from Latrell Sigwald. Underneath it is the number 1 in Flynn Isaacs. He takes it well, beats a few tackles, tries to beat a few more, but he's brought down about 25 out from his own line. Now the outside back's trying to get in and help these forwards. We said next week, the Panthers, they will take on the Monaro Colts. And as for the Riverina Bulls, they will take on the Illawarra South Coast Dragons, which look to be firm favourites in both games there. But it should be a really good contest. Here's Eisenhuth try to get another offload away, but it comes away with the Bulls. We see the 17, Bailey White, come from the field. Been really good on that right-hand side for Penrith. We're going to see Mitch make his way back onto the field. Interchanges galore here. The 15, Ben Arand. A lot of tired bodies out here opening stages of the second half, including myself. Here's the 10, Clegg, up over halfway. What can they do here? Barnes, good kick here from Sigwalt, and he's going to have to chase it down, Flynn Isaacs. He's got plenty of work to do there on his own line. He's going to come across field. He's going to run left instead of forward. And the Panthers just struggling to get back on side. But here we go. Here's Eisenhuth. No, it ends up being the 5 and Cooper Pereira back on the field. And now a knock on, which is called a strip. So Mish and McDougall, the length of the field try scorer, in amongst the tacklers, one of them stripping the football.
Come on, one sec, balls.
Brody Henderson kicking into touch. They're down by 16, so 3 converted tries they need. Here's Aria to tap and go himself. Oh, big solid hit there from Clegg. Good short ball there from the 9 away to Maverick Geyer. Reed Porter, he's going to be very important. Right-hand side, out the back. Henderson, Sublaban lurking, goes away. Eisenhuth, tackle without the football, no. But Jeffrey Sialaoafoya, again, just unable to clean up the football there. It's going to be a scrum down here for the Bulls. So the scrum fed now. Oh, shrugs off 1 and 2. Henderson really wanted to make that tackle, but boy. Tom Affleck back on the field for Penrith. Oh, good defence there by the outside backs. Afoya and Eisenhuth combining. So Afoya to the centre of the field, just making a few tackles. Back out to the outside he goes. Ravu back on the field as well. He's Clegg. Ravu to the short side. And away it goes here from Sigwald. And it's out on the field. So Pereira trying to get them back into this game, trying to spark something. Unsure of how much time there is, but more than enough time for 3 tries. Henderson at dummy half, 21 minutes remaining. So yes, plenty of time for 3 tries. Here's Affleck running hard, trying to offload the football. Good defence there by the zigzag. Ziggy Vincent. Oh, strong, fast. Afoya almost gets over the line. Play the ball, Sublaban. From dummy half, and again, good marker defence there. Mish was the man. Reed Porter out the back. Henderson cut out. Finds Isaacs. Isaacs looking for another man. And, well, it seemed all too easy there for Cooper Pereira. I said he was the man looking to spark them up, and he's been the one to score the try. Nice backline movement there from the Panthers, and Cooper Pereira, the beneficiary of that one. So the 4 and the 5 from the Penrith Panthers, Eisenhuth and Pereira. The outside backs have been very good today. 20 points to 8. Rather, 24 points to 8. 4 converted tries from Latrell Sigwald as Flynn Isaacs will look to get his first conversion of the day. It hasn't been an easy day with the boot for some of these kickers. We see Ben Arnett coming from the field for the Bulls, and Flynn Isaacs gets his first goal of the day. So 24 points to 10.
18 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock.
14 points the difference. 18 minutes to go. Definitely enough time here for 3 converted tries. The kickoff there from Sigwell. This is the first seeing of Ethan Wheeler here today. The forwards are going to have to do a lot. Here's Geyer. Now Tom Affleck back on the field, breaking a tackle, trying to get the ball away, not able to do so. Here's Geyer through the short side, gets away from one. He's out into space. Maverick Geyer gets it back on the inside. Tom Affleck, he's going to be hard to stop, but he's reefed down there by Rumble and Chris Fisher. Great defense there from the Riverina Bulls. Geyer from dummy half. Has he got it down? And the referee says held up. Great goal line defense. Great scramble there from the Bulls, denying Maverick Geyer of a try, and the Panthers getting further closer to that score that they need to. And now we're seeing a penalty to the Bulls. Some back chat from the man that was held up, Maverick Geyer. And well, you just can't do that. You can't talk to the referees in the way I imagine he was talking to the referees. Gifts a penalty to the Bulls. Opportunity blown there from the Panthers, and they're going to have to work hard to get back. Clegg's still on the field as well, so they'll be looking for a lot from him. Possibly Austin McDougall as well. Oh, good hit. Tacklers there in Reed Porter and co. Here's Henderson with a good tackle as well. The Bulls working hard in attack though. Ravu. He'll go to the 16 in Benjamin Pollack. Last tackle said by the referee. Ravu. McLaughlin with a cutout pass. A step and a kick on the inside, and here comes Cooper Pereira. Rather, that's Mason Ayaria there on that far side. Isaacs offloads, and now away to Falanico. Steps out of one, fends out of another. Gets the offload away. Now for Henderson. Looks to dummy and run himself. Brought down the tackle there. Pollack was in there. The 2 men in the black headgear. Here's Maverick Geyer. Needs something to happen here. Penrith sub Laban. Dummies one way, goes the other. Has Isaacs in support. Does another 360. It seems to be his trademark. But plays the ball. Away to the 13 in El Nashir. Last tackle. Henderson. Grubbers. Bounces up well there for Rumble. And he gets it out. Out of dummy half then, Newling. $15 remaining in this one. Here's the 3 in Jack Elphick. Some of these Panthers players looking very, very tired. Well, everyone really looking tired. Here's Ravu. Looking for the one-on-one strip. There was Geyer. But just a poor attempt there. And a good tackle there. Legs around the legs was Falanico. Ravu on the last. McLaughlin with the kick. Now for Isaacs. looking for something to open up. Ball's been flicked. I don't know what happened there. And they got a Bulls knock on first, so it'll be a Panthers ball. 14 minutes to go in this one. We're into the second half of our last half of football for the afternoon. I'll reset the scrum there. But a sensational rugby league display here from all four clubs that we've seen here today and all the clubs that have been in amongst this country championships. I've had the pleasure of calling, and I hope you've had the pleasure of watching on Facebook Live and streamed through Bar TV Sports. He's Maverick Geyer looking for an offload away. Gets it. He's Mason Iaria looking for something to happen. He's brought down probably about 23 metres out from the line. Here's Maverick Geyer again. Has been dangerous in the second half. That offload, so dangerous. Here's Sublaban back on the inside to the 13. El Nashir brought down short, 10 metres. Sublaban out the back. Isaac's good cut-out pass, and that's the 15. Ethan Wheeler out there on the wing. Slow to play the ball. Eisenhuth. Again, the lock forward on the sheer, working hard. Out from dummy half. He did it against the Dragons, and Harrison Reid-Porter has done it again against the Riverina Bulls. And the Panthers slowly inching their way closer and closer in this one. So 24 points to 14, a try. There by the hooker, Harrison Reid-Porter. Simple scoot out of dummy half. And it looks like a pretty simple conversion attempt here from the fullback, Flynn Isaacs. He's out of St. Mary's. A lot of boys out of St. Mary's. Good cohesion. Affleck and Eisenhuth. A Foyer. Flags go up and Isaacs brings it to within 8 points.
Five Panthers scored by the number 9, Harrison Reid-Porter, and converted by Flynn Isaacs. Penrith now moves to 16. With 10 minutes to go.
So Sigwald to get us back underway. Good hands there from Ryan Eisenhuth. He's probably been the best there for the Panthers all day. The Panthers have a chance here. It's 8 points the difference. Here is our man Jeffrey Sialaoa, a Foyer with a really good run. Big Jeffrey pulled down 45 metres out, and now that looked high on Falanico, but he's going to get out of the tackle. He's going to look to dummy. Ziggy Vincent missing a tackle. Now Sublaban. They're starting to look really tight here, the Bulls. Maybe the momentum shifting. Falanico. Henderson. To the 17 of Bailey Wyatt. Short side raid. Isaacs. Short of the line. One tackle remaining in this set. Wyatt. Reed Porter, Sublaban, grubber kick, ricochets, and picked up well. And here goes Ziggy Vincent. Boy, he has some pace for a big fella chasing his Tom Affleck. But I think the zigzag, Ziggy Vincent, what a remarkable effort from the big man. 90 metres. Sublaban looked to have a try for Penrith the other way. A grubber, a really good pick up there. And Ziggy Vincent in for a double. What an effort, 90 metres. The two forwards chasing each other. Ziggy Vincent and Thomas Affleck. But at the end of the day, it was Ziggy Vincent to get his second try and to extend the lead here for the Riverina Bulls.
No, push, mate, push. Ziggy. Ziggy. Boy, there's plenty push, hey?
So here is Latrell Sigwald, and I don't want to say anything, but he's been one of the better goal kickers today, completion-wise and percentage-wise. Looking from 5 from 5. He hasn't had a lot of tough conversions, though. They've made it easier for him. Nevertheless, it's 5 from 5. Great day with the boot from Latrell Sigwald, the number 6 from the Riverina Bulls.
Converted by Latrell Sigwald. Riverina 30.
30 points to 16. 14 points the difference with 11 to go. So Isaacs with a short kick-off, looking to get the rebound. And well, he does. They were not ready for the short kick-off at all. Here goes the 13 in El Nashir. Can the Panthers hit straight back? Reed Porter, Affleck. Beats one, keeps going. The Bulls slipping off tackles. Reed Porter, Falanico, out the back. Sublaban gives it away. Bailey Wyatt. Henderson. Sublaban. Again for El Najir. Massive gap in the middle of the field. If the Panthers wanted, they go right-hand side. Henderson, Sublaban, out for Isaacs. Gives it away to Jeffrey. And it's gone out into touch. Good sliding defence there from the Riverina Bulls. Jeffrey Afoya, he was trying to find Ethan Wheeler out there on the right-hand side. He was unable to do so. But another exciting contest here today in our fourth game. 30 points to 16, 46 points in total scored. And all four games have been exciting, really. Lots of points. We've seen hard-hitting defence. As the Bulls try and work it away from their own end now with the number 3 in Jack Elphick. Nine minutes remaining. Ravu. Right side they come. I believe this is number 12, Samuel Heffernan. He's been down on the right-hand edge as well for the Bulls. Looking for the 40-20. He's just going to kick it in the middle of the field there, Sigwald. Isaacs on his bike. Chased well there by the number 2, but here goes Flynn Isaacs, and maybe we'll see him open up. No. 40 out. Bit of a head clash it looked like. We had Reese Wright coming onto the field, and my view was Or I couldn't see what was going on. They're both up. They're both okay. That's the one thing that we want to see. We have 4 minutes to go. The Bulls up by 14. Reed Porter. Now they run around. Here goes the 5. Cooper Pereira in the centre of the field. Wyatt. Henderson. Affleck. Pushes out of a few. And it was stripped, says the referee. And some frustration. Ziggy Vincent and Brody Henderson. Reed Porter coming together. Time blown off. I'd like to take this time again to thank Country Rugby League, well, for this tournament firstly, and just the great action that we've seen today. We see a lot of tired bodies there. Tom Affleck coming from the field. I see Cooper Pereira is stretching on, or close to my side of the ground. But a fantastic tournament so far, only to continue next week. And then into the semi-finals and then the finals. But the Monaro Colts, the Western Rams, the Panthers, and the Riverina Bulls you've seen here today, and they've been fantastic, all 4 clubs. The results may not have gone their way, but all 4 teams have fought hard and shown a lot of heart. So we go into the final minutes of this one. And a big hit there on the number 19 in Miguel. Here's Eldon Shea. He's been busy in the second half. And another penalty. Just lazy defence. I'll look for the try. For and against will be important come finals. Fella Nico gave it away, and I think it's the... Oh, there's no number 11. So that must be Maverick Guy, who has gotten over. But nevertheless, a try scored from the Panthers. And Flynn Isaacs looking to quickly line this one up. Be a case of too little, too late. 30 points to 20. 2 to go. Isaac slots it. We'll get confirmation of the try scorer. And it was Hannah Jonathan Elnashir scoring the try for the Panthers. So 4 tries for the Panthers, 5 from the Bulls. 8 points the difference. 2 minutes to go. And you'd think this is all but over, but, well, we've seen stranger things happen. This has been the closest of the 4 games today. Henderson. He looks for him. Well, look at what we have here. Here he goes down the side. Here's Opaloo. He doesn't know what to do with the open space. He tries to offload the football and does. Now goes away to Flynn Isaacs. Wide cut out pass. They have the space out here. Off for you, and they've dropped the ball. And well, that looks to be the end of the Panthers today. And again, Offiella, Afoya, call him what you like. He's been good, but a few errors creeping in to the back end of the second half. Here is Clegg. The coaching staff into the Bulls. They demanding what they want. And the Bulls. Oh, here we go. Here's the fullback in Rumble. Rumble with a lot of speed but no support. Let's see if they can't score a try. Here's Mish. Beats one. Beats two. Trying to get over the line. Last tackle. This should be the last play of the game. Out the back. And good tackle to finish. Jackson Ewing looking for the try line. Might have room for one more play. Not too much more. And there is the siren. The Riverina Bulls successful in their voyage today to defeat the Penrith Panthers. They've done so by 8 points, 30 points to 22. The try scorers are double to both Austin McDougall, the speedster out wide, the zigzag Ziggy Vincent, and William Barnes, the number 14, who came on for the number 9, Elwyn Ravu, through the second half. 5 from 5 from Latrell Sigwald. And for the Panthers, it was Ryan Eisenhuth who opened up the scoring. Cooper Pereira, Harrison Reed-Porter, and Hannah Jonathan El-Nashir, all with tries. Flynn Isaacs, 3 from 4. But the Riverina Bulls, they were just too strong. They will remain at the top of the Southern Pool for the Laurie Daley Cup. The Panthers, they go to 1 win, 2 losses, and a draw. But with the closeness of this competition, they still remain a hope for the finals. We've had 4 fantastic games out here today. We saw the Monaro Colts and the Western Rams for both the 16s and the 18s. As I'm starting to lose my voice here. And then we saw the Panthers and the Riverina Bulls. 4 fantastic games. Great rugby league all round. Great sportsmanship shown. Just great everything. What a sport rugby league is and how good it is to be a fan. Thank you for joining me on Facebook Live, streamed through Bar Sports TV. I've been James Robertson. You have been absolutely fantastic. We'll see you next week for more coverage of both the Andrew Johns Cup and the Laurie Daley Cup. For me and everyone here in Harden at Roberts Park, it's goodbye for now.